Hello everybody, this is Chrysantheme and welcome back to Mind Magic 6. What I did off camera was I just visited the, what's it called, the trainer, because I forgot last time again. So I'm going to assign some more points. I'm actually going to rush for master ranking in my plate and chain. I need rank 10 to get the master level, and I'm gonna start giving you the mind magic, and I achieved fire magic rank 12, which is excellent. Now I'm always a sort of a difficult decision because I can't decide whether to level up air magic that is already mastered by my archer, or should I go for earth magic. But in general, I like to have everything on my characters. So I am going to start with Earth Magic because it has some nice buffing spells, and I'm going to get back to Air Magic later. Whereas with you, with the Archer and the Paladin, I'm going for Plate and Chain Master, and my Cleric still has to master Mind Magic, which isn't terribly useful, but it's a good thing to have, just so you have, a broad selection of spells. Now, first things first, I'm going to go to Mist, and I'm going to master Fire Magic, and then I'm going to pop in the Fire Guild and check if we have any spells, or if they have any spells that I can buy that are going to be useful. And if they have a certain spell, which is not necessarily going to be found here, but in the Adapt. Oh good, they have haste here and Ring of Fire, that's nice. I'm also gonna buy Fireball, and might as well buy Firebolt just so I can have all these spells. I guess I could now buy spells for my Archer as well. So I could basically buy all the spells, so everybody's gonna have all the spells. But right now, I'm trying to conserve a bit of money, even though I have 100k, because training my characters or leveling them up is gonna get a bit pricey from now on. I need to spend about 3,500 gold per level up at this point, and it's just going to keep increasing to the point where I will actually need about 50,000k to just level up all my the entirety of my party. Now I pretty much got all the spells that I need, the early level spells, so now I'm going to go to Freehaven. Freehaven is awesome. It basically has the clerical and the elemental guilds of the highest level. So it's sort of the one destination for everybody needing to buy them. So the Adept Guild of Fire, and hopefully I will get, yes, the Fire Blast spell. That is excellent, and also the Incinerate spell. I'm also gonna buy Meteor Shower. Inferno, might as well. The Ring of Fire already have. What? Did I just basically... I think I just completed my Fire Magic spell book with my Sorcerer. Yeah, it did, excellent. And this is how it looks like. It looks really satisfying when you have a Sorcerer with everything mastered and all the spells in them, and the Cleric as well. It just looks so nice. It just feels so good. And the reason... I think I was explaining this in the previous episode. Fire Blast in Fire Magic is the reason that you get very, very strong with a party of 1 Cleric and 3 Sorcerers. You get very strong very early. Now it does cost 15 spell points, which is nothing to scoff at. And as you read the description, you can see that Fire Blast does 4 points of damage plus 1 to 3 per point of skill in Fire Magic, which is like, that's not a lot for 15 spell points. But the thing with this spell is, on normal level, it shoots 3 shots. On Expert, you have 5 shots, and on Master, you have 7 shots. Now, the trick with this spell is to use it in point blank, because all the shots will hit, and you get a massive amount of damage out of this spell. Now, this is one of 2 shotgun, or basically one of the 2 useful shotgun spells in this game. I think you also have the water spell that's called like Poison Spray or something, which I never use, but technically is a it technically is a... there we go, poison spray. Might as well buy it just to show you. It is a shotgun type spell as well, however it has less quote-unquote bullets. It has 1 to 5. And I guess you can also shotgun with it, but in general, if you are going to be running a cleric and 4 sorcerer type party, it is best to start your cleric with first getting him to, I think, expert for the heroism and blast that affects your entire party, and then just go straight into body magic. And with all the rest, you go for first leveling up your fire magic skill, so you get to master, so that you can just absolutely blast people with fire blast. 3 fire blasts point blank from a master rank fire magic sorcerer is pretty much going to drop any type of mob that isn't resistant to fire magic. So yeah, this is a wonderful spell. I'm probably actually gonna have... I'm still gonna have Ice Bolt on quick spell, because I won't be running into mobs in this playthrough that much, or at least I'll try to keep my distance. And now that we finish with this, we are actually going to return to Silver Cove one more time, and this is going to be the last time in a while. Actually, I'm going to see what I have to do to get the Archdruid quest. I almost never get the Archdruid quest because, again, you need to be there at a certain time. If I have sun, okay. So, like the Ceremony of the Sun, which was the first promotion quest I had to do, must be performed at a certain place and time. Pray at the altar of the moon in the temple of the moon at midnight during any full moon. Okay, so that's not that bad, actually. Temple of the Moon currently controlled by the evil heretic Cedric Druthers. And Temple of the Moon is actually the last dungeon in Freehaven, and we haven't done that one. So maybe, just maybe, I'll be doing that next time. But we're not here for that this time. We're here to visit the Silver Helms Stronghold this time. So I'm gonna employ the same technique as I did with the... I'm actually gonna cast Fire Blast, or ready Fire Blast. I'm actually gonna use the same technique that I used for the Warlord's Fortress of the Lloyd's Beacon and everything. I'm pretty much going to be using that technique throughout the game from this point on. I'm just gonna dodge these guys, and this is the Silver Helm Stronghold. Now, at this point, this is sort of like an optional dungeon, because you pretty much won't complete any good quest, and you won't get that much, you know, you won't get that much of an upgrade in terms of items, but it's good to clear it since we're here. I'm gonna get a fair amount of experience. It's not too difficult, as you can see. It's filled with swordsmen, and I think it's filled with sorcerers. I'm gonna go into turn-based mode just so I can demonstrate Fire Blast. And this is now I'm on my sorcerer, and I'm just gonna quick cast my Fire Blast. Boom. I think I missed with most of the shots, but as you can see, one thing that's also good is that now that I have master ranking in Fire Magic, I also have a really low recovery time for this spell. And there we go. I think I just killed 3 of them. And you can also do this in real time. I'm just gonna remove my quick spell, so the only guy that's gonna be casting my spells is my sorcerer, and see how fast he went through them. That was mostly my sorcerer doing work. Now imagine if you have 3 of them and then just one cleric to sort of, you know, have the buffing healing spells on. And honestly, it's a wonderful combination. It's probably my favorite combination to finish the game in Might and Magic 6, but this is a sort of more beginner-friendly party because it doesn't rely on one gimmick. And you can sort of do, you know, everything. You have all the spells available, you have good... you have a good physical soaker, you have good physical damage as well, etc, etc. So it's a better starting party, in all honesty. Maybe I'll do a cleric and 3 sorcerer playthrough in the future, because, like I said, it's a very satisfying thing to do. See, this is what he does. He just became a complete madman. Oh, it is so satisfying getting that spell, to be honest. However, as you've noticed, the first thing I actually level... Oh my god, someone broke Mordred. Ah, bummer. How many spell points do I have? I have 13 spell points, so I'm going to rest somewhere where I can rest. Probably here. No? No? Can I rest anywhere? Do I have any potions? I do have a magic potion. I'm just gonna town portal back to New Sorpigal and repair Mordred, because I want him. That sounded so wrong. I want Mordred. Repair Mordred for me. 2,577 gold. Youch.
Can we assist you?
Let's go heal. Come on, Joshua, do your job. Ooh, I got haste as well. Haste is good and bad. And I forgot. Oh, I forgot to put Lloyd's Beacon there. Oh well, happens. Thankfully, it's not that far away. It's not that difficult to get to, and we're just at the beginning. Woo! No, Diamond Gargoyle. I don't want any of you. Diamond Gargoyles have the ability to paralyze your characters, and wherever there is a mob that has the ability to do something to my characters, they will 100% do it. That is the truth that I've discovered while playing pretty much any game, and some of my friends can attest to the horrible luck that I have. For example, getting drops in MMOs, you know, when you have to grind for them and everything. I just have the worst luck. Let me just explain the haste spell for a bit. The haste spell is a very useful spell because it I don't want to say nullifies your recovery time, but it probably either halves it or even more than halves it, which means you hit much more often. The downside is that every time you cast it, or that when you cast it, it actually has a really low duration. Now you can see Heroism has 6 hours, Power has 9 hours, and Haste only has 1 hour. And when that 1 hour runs out, your characters will be weak. So if you cast Haste, either have somebody that will remove weakness of your characters, or before Haste runs out, recast it again. It is a fire magic spell, and we can actually cast it now again, but the duration is really short. It has 1 hour plus 3 minutes per point of skill, so I need to be a bit careful and try to not let it run out. Weakness is not that much of a debuff, but if you're relying on Haste and Heroism and Bless, it is fairly detrimental because it will lower the amount of physical damage you deal by quite a lot. So. But otherwise, Haste is an excellent spell, especially if you're running the aforementioned Cleric, Sorcerer party, because, well, you pretty much don't care about physical damage because you're shotgunning people in the face with Fire Blast. Well, at least in the beginning, then you switch to Sharp Metal, which is even more fun, to be honest. Oh yeah, and I also got the Shield and the Stone Skin buffs. Now, Stone Skin is an Earth magic spell, and Shield is an Air magic spell. Stone Skin basically increases your armor class by, well, 11, which is not that much at this point. But it is a temple spell, so, you know, 11 armor class is good. And Shield basically cuts the physical damage from projectiles by half, which is a bit more useful actually. Well, let me just recast Haste. So I have the Haste for 1 hour and 39 minutes. If I cast it with my what are you called? Sorcerer. Now later I'll be able to cast, I think, Hour of Power, which is the same deal as Day of the Gods, but it has a different set of buff spells, and that's going to be much more useful because the duration is going to be much higher, but still I'll have to be careful not to, you know, let it run out. I think I got a lot of item breaks here. So yeah, they broke this. And I think that's it, luckily. Well, let's see. There's some more people here. You know what? Fire blast them. Oh no, she died. Well, not died, but you know what I mean. Let me just town portal out so I can heal safely. Now, did I kill anyone in between her dying? Yeah, of course I did. So yeah, as you can see, I did sacrifice all my other characters, and I got some. I fixed the experience disparage between all of them. Now I'm gonna have to do this on my high priest as well. It's a thing I have to do all the time, to be honest. I just can't play the game without, you know, without them having the correct amount of experience points. They're never the same because they start off with a marginally different amount of experience points. Oh my god, I barely found that game. That word. And I'm gonna do that off camera. Basically just run into a number of mobs, kill the 3 characters that I don't want leveled, and then just try to smack a few mobs with my one remaining character and hopefully get a nice amount of experience. I try to get it to, you know, basically in the 200s. So that my lowest and my highest, my most and my least experienced character has a difference that's lower than 200. I don't know why though, it's just, I don't know, I just like that. Speed, heroism, power, torchlight, fly, wizard eye, and bless. And I'm gonna cast haste once I get in there. Now, in all honesty, leveling up my, for example, my mind magic with my cleric and my earth magic, now that I have both water and fire and I do have air, but leveling my earth magic with my mage when I have master light magic rankings on my cleric and my sorcerer is, it's not that it's not optimal, it's actually, I don't want to say a waste, but just really bad. But one thing I like to do is I like to have my elemental and my spiritual magics covered first, and then go into light and dark magics. However, if you really want to, you know, get powerful fast and have access to really powerful spells, go ahead and level up your light and dark magics. Light magic is incredibly useful, and I would tend to level it first because it has access to incredibly powerful buffing spells. The Day of the Gods being just one of them, the other one being Hour of Power. And dark magic actually has access to the Day of Protection spell, which will increase your resistances, and I think maybe also your armor class, I'm not sure. But dark magic has the access to the most powerful direct damage spells in the game. One of them being Sharp Metal as well, which is a stronger version of Fire Blast. Oh my god, I love Fire Blast. Do be careful with the dark and light magic spells. Don't go there too soon because you will need a hefty amount of spell points for them, because they chew through spell points like, I don't know, hot knife through butter, like no one else's business. Like a crocodile goes through a goose, like I go through a slice of pizza, because you know I'm a bit of a glutton. I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm a bit of a glutton. And my friends would probably roll their eyes when I say a bit of a glutton. I'm a lot of a glutton, to be honest. But you know, it's good. I like food. Who doesn't? Elegant letter. I'm going to read this elegantly. Gerard, congratulations on your new promotion. Now, with the Fraternal Order of Silver under your control, you will have greater freedom in seeking out those not hard enough on evil and unwrath. Eventually, we hope to assist you in removing the most lax of all in the fight against evil, the Iron Fists. Continue to do your work, and your dreams shall be realized. Xenofax. I have no idea why I did that, I just felt like doing it. Oh, that was a weird thing to do. Okay. Die, Master Swordsman. Die, Swordsman. And from now on I'm just going to be clearing out the game. Now there's actually no reason why I picked up this elegant ladder, so I'm just gonna go throw it away. I'm being attacked. Just gonna go throw this page from Corlagon's diary away as well. Woo! There's a large amount of Master Swordsmen. So yeah, now that I have the Fire Blast spell, what I want to do is actually get real close to them. Because even though they're in melee, hand-to-hand range, they actually aren't in point-blank range. So if I, for example, go into turn-based mode and try to cast my spells from that range, some of them will tend to miss. However, if I sort of, you know, ram into them, or just keep on ramming into them, pretty much... Oh, and I let my haste run out. And my characters are now weak, and that's not a good thing because they deal much less damage now. So I'm just gonna backtrack a bit, clear these out with my bows. What was I saying? Ooh, 800. Double damage versus dragons. Too bad. You suck. And also too bad because I'm not gonna be fighting dragons with my swords. Because that is a quick way to get yourself murdered. What broke? You're both Sword of the Golem. And you're... Oh god. They keep breaking all my things, to be honest. That's such a bother. I'm just gonna go rest quickly. I never use Cure Weakness spells because they're it's just so... It's just annoying, to be honest. Is this it? Featherfall, protection from electricity, heroism, speed. Oh no, I already have they have the gods cast on me. So I just need torchlight and... Should I go for haste? No, I'm not gonna go for haste. At this point I can't be bothered to recast it every single time. I rather use spell points for my blasting. So we have a blast. We have a blast of a time. Enchant some things while we're on that. And yeah, this is a very easy dungeon. Like, nothing special about it. Can't enchant this. I can enchant this. What's here? I think I threw out this sword, didn't I? Yeah. No, I didn't throw it out. It was just there. What now? Let me go in this. Oh no, this is a hidden wall, sort of wall door, whatever. Okay. Open this. So this is what I meant when I said that you sort of need to ram into people so you get all the damage. Oops, missed a bit. As you can see, I'm already pretty much out of mana with my with my sorcerer. I was enchanting stuff and, you know, doing things, but this is why you have to be a bit careful. I hope I don't die with any of my characters, and I hope I don't run into too much trouble because I don't have enough money to... not enough spell points to cast Void's Beacon, so I don't want to be doing that. What did they break? They broke my bow. There we go. Oh, there's a warlock there that makes my characters insane. Now, insanity, ironically, if you have a knight, and this is what we were looking for, the Ankh that was on the warlock. Ironically, if you have a knight, you sort of want to get him to be insane. The reason being, insanity basically cuts down your intellect and personality, but it ups your might and speed by a lot, I think. It has a sort of plus minus thing, and if you have a knight that doesn't actually cast any spells, you can just easily use it as a good thing. Now I did cast Lloyd's Beacon, and I was able to cast Lloyd's Beacon because my my mercenary belt of mana regenerated some mana points, which is good. But I need to get rid of this insanity, at least on my arch. No, on both of them actually. You can still cast spells actually at this point because you have mana. But if, for example, I rested now, I would be left with 0 mana points on my warrior mage and my hero, which is not a good thing. So if you have a spellcaster, don't let insanity be there. Cure it. And this is actually a ghost that we need to talk to. The ghost of John Silver. Gerard has an ankh inscribed with his name given to him by the priests of Ba. And this is what we got right now. So now all that's left, I think, is just basically clearing out the rest of the dungeon. No, there are some enemies somewhere, but I have no idea where. I can't access that. There's supposed to be a hidden door somewhere, I think. But I don't know where. Or am I just being silly? Am I being silly? I may as well... Oh yeah, I think I need to just go around them. No? Yes. Hidden door here, but you can access it from the other side. And this is the last group of mobs that I need to kill here, and we're done with this dungeon. Just gonna loot these chests. Almighty Crown, might as well enchant it. Boots of Precision. Do I need them? And a heavy pole axe. Unfortunately, this is a double-handed axe. Double-handed, two-handed. You don't actually need those boots, but I might as well sell them. Armored boots. I can enchant these and I can use these. A valuable ring. 1100. Ooh, a nice crown to sell. Accurate crossbow. Well, there's a mob somewhere. I have no idea. Oh yeah, I do know where they are. They spawned again. Because I triggered something. Nothing special though. I think there's just some sorcerers, some fighters, some soldiers. Not too hard though. In the main hole. So I'm just gonna kill them for some easy money and experience. So I think that the ones that caused insanity are the warlocks. I don't think the magicians do anything, luckily. But that's pretty much it for this dungeon. So I'm gonna town portal first to New Sorpigal. Or actually I'm just gonna wrap it up here in New Sorpigal. I'm just gonna go heal this insanity. And the reason why I always go to New Sorpigal is because the temple is cheapest. And I'm a cheap bastard. I don't want to spend too much money on these. And I'm just gonna rent a room just so it's nice and bright outside. And the real reason we went into that dungeon is to get the ankle, which will come in handy later in the game. And you know, it's a nice, easy kind of dungeon. Basically, the strongest enemies are the magicians and the warlock you have to fight, which can cause some trouble. Excellent, I got antique. I always like getting antique for the things that I sell. Accuracy plus 9. Not really. I'm gonna sell that. Now, as you can see, I only sort of use the quote-unquote mix stat enchantments because you usually get more bang for your buck. And stuff that are basically 10 plus on my rings. That said, in the early game, whatever you get is basically nice. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna sell this. Oh yeah, and the best ring that I got. I tend not to bother too much with rings that have, you know, like +2 accuracy. Sure, in the early game, you know, +2 accuracy might mean that you actually hit something that you wouldn't, but in my opinion, it's not that necessary. That was one of those fabled double clicks that I was talking about. Speed for you. Oh, you have Sterling boots actually, so that's good. I'm gonna sell the rest. Oops, not interested in those, but she can buy boots though, so that's good. So I have to visit the armorer now.
Don't touch the merchandise.
And I think I enchanted these things already. Yeah, I did.
Don't touch
Good.
the merchandise.
Ah, wrong store. Well, I never. Yes, exactly. If you have too much money and you enter and exit the store without buying or selling anything, they will sort of insult you, which is I don't know. It's rude. But I always find it funny that if you enter and exit an alchemist, they won't say anything for some reason or another. I don't know what the point is, to be honest. Let me just check my quests real fast. So, this is a council quest. I need to find the Hourglass of Time. Another council quest to destroy the Devil's Outpost. And then the quest for the second Druid promotion and a quest to get Master Axe. You know, guys, I think next episode I'm going to do one of the two. I'm going to either do the Druid promotion quest, or I'm going to do the Master Axe quest. I'll decide off camera and I'll let you know once I actually start the next episode. But anyway, this was it. We did the Silver Helms Stronghold this time, got the Ankh that we are going to need next time, or not next time, somewhere in the future at least. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!